Hi everyone, this is Erkan Suçular. Thank you very much for joining our session. Today our subject is what is MBA and how does MBA skyrocket careers with basic principles every professional can learn and apply. So I don't want to make this as a one-way communication. Therefore, during the presentation, feel free to shoot me for any questions you would like to get covered during the presentation. I'm kind of sure that I will be covering, your questions while we move forward. But in the end, we will have anyway an exclusive questions and answers session. So we'll be covering, your questions or your remarks or anything you want to discuss about the subject of today's presentation, also in the end of the meeting. Great. So basically, thank you very much for joining this live class with me today. I'm very excited. I'm very, this means a lot to me to be with you guys and to share our know-how and expertise. There is no big pleasure than this. So would you mind sharing with me from what country and city are you joining from? Would you mind using the chat console on the right-hand side of the screen so we will have an idea where each of us are coming from? So I'm personally live in Switzerland. I'm now in my office in Wollerau. I'm like 20 kilometers southern from Zurich city. And the weather is kind of not so nice nowadays. It's quite sunny, but yeah, in the end, still a lot of snow all around. It's really cold, but at least it's a light day. So it's a quite a day which pumped me with a lot of energy. And I think it's a good momentum outside to keep on working. So guys, please tell me from where you are joining today. So Adotele is joining from Nigeria, Abuja, and we have Jorge from Vienna, cold as Switzerland. I kind of imagine it must be cold. So Akin from London, Anton from Bulgaria, Plovdiv. Great. I'm very happy that you are joining from different parts of the world, so we will be a very international group. And Oluyinka from Lagos, Nigeria, and Solomon also from Nigeria. We have a number of friends today from Nigeria, Bulgaria, England, and Austria. That's perfect. And I'm from Switzerland, very international group. That's really, really perfect. So at the end of this live class, ladies and gentlemen, just for attending today, I will answer your questions live, as I mentioned in the beginning, and you will get 3 amazing bonuses. And net worth of these bonuses are like $790, and these bonuses will help you perfectly learn management and leadership sciences and differentiate you from crowd and obviously skyrocket your career. Everything you learn today may help you in your next job interview, in your next conversation with your boss or leader, and obviously this will basically push you in your career to get further momentum. And I promise that you will enjoy a lot and you will learn a lot. And in the end, I will be also giving you an offer, how you can get started with our MBA degrees as quick as you want if you're interested. So therefore, the presentation will be like 45 to 50 minutes about, our content part, and then, next 10 minutes and 15 minutes, I'll be providing our offer, and plus, our questions and answers, whatever you want to ask will be covered today. I'm not going to, hold any information. Another thing I don't want to say is, we all around us, there are a lot of distractions, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and mobile phones, wife is calling or husband is calling or child is in the room, etc. These are fine, but please, try to focus on the lesson today. I promise that you will learn a lot, and I don't want you to miss any crucial step, and therefore, try to, suppress, all the distractions around you for the next 1 hour, and then you will get a lot in exchange of, being this doing this prioritization correctly for the next 1 hour of your moments. Great. Today is not about myself, but let me briefly give you an idea about who I am and why I do what I do. My name is Erkan Suçular. I basically studied computer science. I have a master's degree in the computer science as well, and before that I studied control and computer engineering, and I made my career mainly in the software engineering industry. I worked as a tester, programmer, designer, and then recently, before I launched my own e-learning businesses, I've been basically a senior manager for Accenture, and I've been leading their digital delivery workforce in Austria, Switzerland, and Germany. And I led like a very big team, around 200 people, and plus I generated about $30 million euro, yearly revenue for the company. It was a great job, but in the end I came to a state that, okay, I want to do something better, something, I want to help people like myself who are self-learners. And then I decided to build my own, programs together with the help of my team. And we are now leading programs such as Scrum Institute, Six Sigma Institute, DevOps Academy, International Institute for Project Management, and MBA Institute is one of them. And I really enjoy what I do, and the business is going very well. We are now penetrating worldwide, everyone, and our programs are getting quite a lot of attention from small to large companies and everything in between. And therefore I am quite happy about what I do. Soon, by the way, I will be teaching, my own story quite a lot, how I did what I did, and I will also give you, all the tips and tricks how you can launch your own business, etc. But this is not today's subject, and today's subject is mainly about MBA, and this was briefly about my, personal history a little bit, if you want to. Now, I want to make sure that I'm tailoring this session as much as is possible for you. And would you mind giving me, after this live class, what would be a big win for you? So please, again, don't mind to use the chat screen to give me, I don't need you to write a long sentence, long paragraph. Just give me, 1-2 keywords to express what you want to get from this session. What would be a big win for you? I would be happy to know this, so I can tailor the rest of the session based on this remark. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be covering today. So today you will learn what MBA is and how MBA helps hundreds of thousands of professionals, certified from International MBA Institute globally, and how it can help you too. And we built our MBA degree programs for you based on our years of failures and successes we experienced on our own and we observed from others. And we will also share all of our experiences with you. We are not going to keep you anything. We are going to share all of our premium training content completely free of charge, no strings attached, and they are completely free of charge for you. And we spend basically significant amount of time and monetary investment for this training contents, and yet I have no say what you do with this contents afterwards. So it's completely on you. And therefore, before we move on, I need a commitment from you, a commitment that you will use this contents to improve your skills so you better serve your employers and your clients, and you deliver great work everyone will love. So please tell me yes or no. Do we have a deal? Do we have a commitment that you will use this content to be able to best serve your clients and employers? And later, I will also show you how you can get started your MBA programs and take advantage of your amazing bonuses. And these bonuses are exclusive to participants of this live class, and they are only available today and only at this day of presentation. Great. Hi James, no problem, we are just getting started. And James joining us from Congo Democratic, that's great. So today I'm going to give you, some basic, keywords which should guide you in your management and leadership journey. So we basically, summarize management in 3 pillars, and these pillars are basically: one, operation; the other is orchestration; and the other is order. And what do we mean operation? Let's say if you want to build this, smartphone, you need to have a standard operating procedure, right? Somehow, how Apple does, secretly, with their secret teams, they build the prototype and they design it and they put the first blueprints, and this comes to the production, and then the production guys, make a design, and then, in the production, line, if you imagine this as a production line, first they put, the skeleton of the telephone together, and then comes the circuit, and then, the modules such as, Wi-Fi module, Bluetooth module, GPS module, and everything, and then screen, and then packaging, and it ships to customer, right? This is whole end-to-end procedure, and you can also call this as an operation. As a manager, your duty is to make sure that this operation is fully works, of course, with the help of your team. So you need, you lead your team, and you make sure that the operational aspect of the work is correctly done. And with orchestration, what we mean is, in order to pursue this, you need to have an orchestration mechanism, you need to have a plan, right? You need to have a blueprint to be able to run your activities, to execute them, and then to deliver a great product that your clients will enjoy by using it. And therefore, you need to define this plan, you need to have a roadmap, and it's also your role and duty as a manager to make sure that you set up this orchestration mechanism in place. And the last one is order. And here with order, I don't mean like ordering a food or ordering something to do to their work. What I mean is you need to bring order in the work by solving any problems, any roadblocks. You know, if you want to be a manager or leader, or if you're already one, you know, you already should know that, you know, it's our duty as a manager or leader to sort out problems, because there will be always problems, even for the simplest things in business, in execution of any kind of work package. There will be issues to be able to sort out that requires, you know, sorting out. Therefore, again, it's your role and duty to make sure that you remove impediments and you remove all the roadblocks. Then the rest of the team can run a, you know, Formula 1 drive to be able to get the job done. And these are, you know, kind of, you know, operational aspects, you know, in terms of operation, orchestration, order, and manager's duties. And when we come to the leadership, you know, this requires, you know, touching more like the human aspect and then the strategizing, setting up the vision. But before I give my own point of view about what leadership is, now I want you guys who are in the session today, who are in this live class today, now please share with me an audience. What is leadership for you? You know, what you understand from leadership. Again, please type 1 or 2 keywords to let me know your own point of view about what leadership is. And I assume, as you are already in this class, you already, you know, have a tendency, you know, to develop yourself in the leadership sciences, or you already got some experience. Therefore, you know, I kind of expect, you know, great answers from you. So please use, you know, the lifetime screen, part of the screen, to type your feedback. Okay, Jorge says, for me, it's the ability to guide successfully others in order to get an aim, get our purpose, you know, get the job done. That's a great feedback, you know, to guide, you know, to put, you know, kind of the you know, the roadmap, you know, the vision. What is our goal to reach? It's, you know, we have been at this point, we want to go there, but how we go there, you know, and where we need to go there to give this idea. That's a great feedback, Jorge. And James, simply leadership is the action of leading a group of people or an organization. Yes, it's a, you know, general, you know, overarching description which makes sense. A group of people, an organization, you lead them, and of course, you know, you help them to reach a goal, and in the end, people should see this vision in front of them. I think, you know, also, you know, a little bit complementary to these ideas. As a leader, you know, we have to be setting the tone and the priority of the company. And independent from what everyone does in the company, you know, this can be a salesperson or design person or marketing person or a software engineer, software tester, or even, you know, the secretary who is working in the reception. You know, everyone has a different role description. That's fine. But in the end, the companies has 2 roles. One is serving the community, serving, you know, their customers and clients, and second, making money after they do this. And therefore, you know, to be able to serve, to be able to make money, this company should have a vision, should have an idea where they want to go, you know, what they want to serve, how they want to differentiate themselves from their competitors, and they need to, you know, be aware about their, you know, agenda, about their roadmap. And therefore, as a leader, again, it's your role and duty to make sure that you set this tone in your organization. You know, these are very important concepts. And again, how I summarize leadership is, you know, we summarize management with 3 O's, you know, operation, orchestration, and order, we said. And leadership can be summarized again with 3 other principles, and these are edge, energy, and energize. And I borrowed these concepts from a senior managing director who used to do a, you know, presentation, you know, some years ago while I was working for Accenture. And then this gentleman, you know, came on the stage and explained this 3E. And now each time, whenever I see a discussion in social media about what is leader, what's a manager, what's a boss, what's a chef, etc., and all these discussions are usually, you know, not serving any purpose. But this 3E, you know, I remember them, and this serves me a great purpose all the time when I, you know, enter in or hear about this sort of discussions, and I'm sure it will help you too. And with this 3E is basically what is needed for anyone who is a leader or who wants to be a leader. So with H, what we mean is the competence. Of course, you don't need to know and do all the bits and bytes and all the details of your work, but you need to have an idea about everyone's work, everyone's piece of work, so you'll be able to judge how they perform, in what areas they need improvements, how you can help them, or how you can find out someone to help them. And therefore you need to have the edge about the work that you are conducting. And the other is energy. So if you come to work like that in the morning, I am tired, because of this and that, etc. No, it's a bad leadership. In order to be a leader, you need to have energy, full-time, 100%, 7 days, 24 hours, because our job will not be easy. We are not working 9 to 5. We'll be working from some time to time, from 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning until 11 p.m. in the evening. This is what leadership requires. We have to work in the New Year's and Christmas and all the holidays and etc. Where everyone enjoying their free time. As a leader, it's still your role to make sure that how you best serve your clients, how you create value for them, and how you create value for your own organization. And in the end, you will get your award in terms of career recognition, promotion, pay raise, salary increase and bonus and everything. And then you'll get your good package. But to be able to do this, you need to have your energy. And the third one is the energize. You need to be able to also offer your energy to the rest of the group you are working with, because as a leader, you are going to set the energy level in your organization, and no one else to do more work, to be more energetic than yourself. If you see organizations which are very inefficient, which are barely working, everyone is wasting their time, there are no processes, everyone is chaos, etc. If you see such organizations, if you work for one of them, or if you are working one of them, or if you observe this from your family and friends, the reason is most of the times the leaders of these companies are unable to energize their people, and therefore people have no clue what they do. They have no idea what the vision of the company is. They have no clue what they are serving, what their vision is. And in my point of view, there isn't any goal, there isn't any position in any company which is not attached to the vision. And this includes even the driver of the company or even the receptionist of the company. They must be fully aware of the role, how they serve the value chain in their organizations, how they serve clients, how they create value for them, and in the end, how the company makes, income from this revenue, and then this income will then contribute to everyone else in this company. And as a leader, if you are not able to energize your people with this mindset, then probably leadership is not the perfect role for you. Then you may try something else and be happier life and career with that. But if you want to be a leader, edge, energy and energize, please take a note or take a screenshot of the screen. Whatever you do, don't forget this 3E, and this will help you a lot during the rest of your career. And we have another feedback from Solomon Abam. Solomon said, leadership is assumption of responsibility to guide a team of people working in a project to achieve the set of requirements. That's really great. Perfect. You nailed it down. Everyone who gave answers nailed it very well down. And I think with all these ideas in combination of how I complimented you will guide you quite a lot to understand what leadership is and what the priority of leadership is. This edge, energy, and energize. Please remember them, and you will basically thank me later about this. Good. Now I'm going to talk about leader character. What constitutes a leader character. This is a very interesting subject that you need to pay attention. Again, this will help you quite a lot. So we basically, together with my team, we studied leaders who built either huge followership, or they managed to lead very successful companies, such as call it Tesla or Microsoft or Apple, Netflix, Spotify, Google, Facebook, etc. We looked at these companies and we looked at their leadership structure and how they differentiated themselves from the rest of the world, from the rest of the mediocre companies. And we observed basically three common characteristics in all these champion companies, and these are each of these companies has a great leader character, who are leading these companies, and two, each of them focused on a feature-based mission that was bigger than themselves, and three, all of these, leaders offered their people and also their customers and, clients a new and unique opportunity. The dose of these items change from, company to company. Maybe, if we talk about Google is not a company that was led by, still internally great leaders, but not publicly visible leaders. But they have a feature-based mission, organizing the information of the world, and they brought a new opportunity. They brought the only properly working, search engine who helped us. They brought a new product, a new opportunity that did not exist, in another, company. And let's look at Apple. Maybe Apple had a charismatic, a leader character, and but their feature-based mission is quite limited, right? The smartphone I'm an Apple consumer, but the other products are not too much different from Apple's product. So it's not a fully new opportunity, but in the end, the company built a trademark by using their leader, by using their marketing and sales techniques. This diverse leader character, feature-based mission, or a new opportunity, their weights are different from company to company. But still, in that, if you want to be a leader, again, you need to make sure that you set up a correct, tone of leader character. And therefore, in the next slides, I'm going to, explain you what it takes to build your own leader character. And we basically, digested the leader characters in 3 dimensions, and these are the elements of leaders, identity of leaders, and the storylines. With storylines, what I mean is the real life stories that you encountered during your career or in your existing organization, which built your trademark, which made you who you are, which made you, got promoted to the position that you are in at the moment. And the storylines, will follow you. Wherever you go there, the stories will follow you, because people may not remember you by name, by face, by voice, etc. But their stories will be known by everyone, and not everyone can introduce you to the others. You can't know everyone. If you are leading a company like 500 or 500 people, you can't personally know everyone. You may, by face see everyone, but they can't know you. They don't, get in touch with you quite often. They don't understand who you are. But if they know your stories, then they will understand your trademark and they will get connected with you. And as a leader, it's your duty, it's your job to make sure that your people are connected with you. Then they will do the work that you want them to do for your organization. And therefore, it's quite important you understand these elements, you understand different leader identities, and also you build your storylines. And I'm going to tell you how you can get started to do just this. And elements. So with elements, what I mean is, you basically need to have a backstory, and you share your backstory because you want people to see where you are coming from. So similarly, just like I did in the very beginning of this presentation. So I told you I'm coming from a corporate life, and I in the end got a little bit tired, and I was unhappy about what I do, and I wanted to serve for a higher purpose, and therefore I decided to do what I do at the moment. And some friends saying me why I spend my time with all these webinars and presentations, although they basically contribute not as much as other campaigns that we run around International MBA Institute. But in the end, my point is here, if I share a little bit of piece of information with you, if I change the mindset, the point of view of my person in this session, this would be a big win for you. And this is how I give back to the community, and I shared my backstory, how I started what I do. And this is very important to be able to differentiate from the rest of the crowd. And if they can relate, if your story relate, if your people relate with your story from where you are coming from, then they will also want to follow you where you are now and where you want to go next, and therefore they will be connected to you. Therefore, it's very important to be able to share your backstory, to be able to explain people, to be able to clearly articulate people why you do what you do in the moment, what you have chosen this position, this certain leadership role in the certain leadership company, but not another one. So you need to be able to know the answer, and you need to be able to share this backstory with your audience, with your followers. And then the next one is, for everyone, you need to, for everything, for every message you want to give, do prepare a story, a parable. So parable is a small story, and with the stories, they are like kind of what happened sometime in the past in your life. either in your personal life or in your career. And sharing these parables are far more powerful than just telling people what they need to do to improve and to get superior results. For instance, just as an example from my own personal life, I used to do athletics while I was in the high school, and then we have been in a camp to train. And then one afternoon, the coach came to me, and then he took my wallet and opened my wallet, and then took like $50 from my wallet, and then give me a book in exchange, and then said me, please read this book tonight. And then I said, okay, but why are you taking my money? You just gave me the book. I can read it tonight, and I just give it to you. He told me that I am lending this big book to you for money, because I know that if I am not going to take your money, then you are not going to read this book, and you are not going to take the benefits from this book. This kind of this moment was for me kind of an aha moment. You need to have a vested interest in something to be able to get best out of it. This is also why it explains our behavior as a consumer, because let's say if we see a free product, okay, we jump on it and then we get it, but in that we may or may not use it, right? Because it's free. We don't have vested interest. We collect all the free stuff, free food, etc. We go to try wine, or to try cheese, or to whatever we find free, all this free material, free documents, everything. We collect them, but in the end, most of the times we barely look at them. This is at least my own personal experience, because free doesn't have much added value in our lives. But if you have a vested interest, if we give money, if we are committed to do this, then we have to stay consistent with this commitment. And this story is basically stick to the people to explain your point of view better. And I explained here the parable concept by giving you a parable. And this is something how you can tell people. I explained the parable with an example, because I tried to show the power of doing this. The power how you can give a message more memorable way, more rememberable way. And if you also do this, explain the techniques, tips, tricks to your people by using parables, instead of just telling them what they're supposed to do, then you will get more attention to them. This is also a very important concept. And the other is character flaws. And no one wants to hear about the perfect person, because they can't relate. Yet most of us try to put a perfect facade in front of our people. And conversely, as soon as your people know that you are not perfect, that you have own flaws, then they will start to emphasize with you, and they will more likely follow you, because they are also like them. They are also not perfect, and therefore don't try to act like a perfect person, and this will save you from all the stress to become the best version of yourself. Try to act like a normal person. Just because you're a boss or leader or team manager or company owner doesn't make you perfect. You can't be perfect. Forget about being perfect, but focus on making improvements every day. Try to learn something, try to improve yourself, and try to help people to learn new skills. And this will basically make you like any other human being, any other likable human being, and you will have more chances in your career. This is also a very important aspect that you need to pay attention for. Don't try to act like a perfect person. And the other one is polarity. So you remember the leaders, the picture of leaders that I shared with you in the very beginning of presentation, Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. And these, gentlemen have built their communities, have built their followership, and they polarized, they divided the rest of the world into two pieces. And people either love them or they don't love them, because they come with a mission, and they basically separated their followers and not followers. And this is again same in your leadership duty. When communicating with your people, most of us try to be likable, try to give messages, try to give safe messages which will be liked everyone. And while this sounds like a good thing, a logical thing to do, trying to win the vote of everyone usually ends up leading and getting the vote of everyone. And leaders, especially the best leaders, are polarizing. They share their opinions on hard matters, no matter how many people disagree with them, and they have the guts, they have the boldness. They basically put their point of view, and in that way they separate people who like them or who don't like them. For instance, in my own leadership agenda, how I do polarizing is I don't like, personally, I don't like to work with people who are, talking a lot about the business, but, when it comes taking an action, expect someone else to do the real job. This is kind of people I never hire. I never hired as well when I had a corporate job, because I'm a personally doer and I need to work with doers. I want to work with doers to get the job done, and while we are doing the job, of course, we will do mistakes, we will, build the wrong products, This is not, the e-learning segment that I'm currently working in the moment, This is not the first business idea that I came across. I tried many things, I failed with most of them, but what made me successful in the end, at some degree, is, I never gave up working on different things. I never gave up, learning, and I polarized also the people who work for me, either be doers. And if you want to be a talker, sorry, we are not, you can't be with me, because I don't need a lot of talkers. I need doers. Again, either this way or another way, you need to polarize, your group of people. You need to choose your people accordingly, who fit to your own agenda. You can't be a good leader for everyone. Also, don't forget about this, because you're a person, and if you want to be a natural leader which enjoys, his or her job, who wants, serve others, don't imagine that everyone in the world should love you. You have to get good feedback, great feedback. Everyone should see you as a great leader. There is no such a thing. You will only fail if you try to do this. What you need to do is, identify the correct type of person that wants to work with you, that will help you to reach your own agenda, and then polarize the rest of them, and then don't work with them, don't hire them. If you can, try to get rid of them from your own organization, and then choose and pick up the ones which will help you to reach your own goals. This is again very important thing, to be able to build your own leader character, build a polarity. And there are different leader characters. I will go them a little bit quickly. I'm sure you will find out along the way which one of the leader character identity work best with you. The first one is leader. The goal of leader identity is to lead people from one location to another. And most leaders have similar backstories to their people, so they know the hurdles and pitfalls the people will likely face on the journey to get the desired and required results. And the next one is adventure. Adventure is someone who is very curious, who doesn't have all the answers. He brings back know-how, advice, parables from his journeys, and share them with his people. They are servant leaders who love working with people, with their own people, hand in hand. So for instance, this adventure crusader identity personally, fits to me very well. In the beginning, I used to be a reluctant hero. I will tell you in a minute what reluctant hero means. But this adventure crusader, works for me very well in my current vision, that I try to do. And then the next one is, evangelist. Evangelists can fit you very well if you are very new in a leadership role. An evangelist, or also so-called reporter identity, doesn't have many track records of successes to share with their people. And yet they have an immense energy and desire to learn, initiate, act, achieve, share and lead their people. They approach, observe, work with and learn from other leaders. This is the identity the most successful leaders use when they just got started. And the reluctant hero, the identity that I used to have when I get started. And this is the humble hero who doesn't really want the spotlight or any fuss made over his skills and discoveries, but he knows that the information, the products, the services, the ideas, the backgrounds, the tactics and everything he has, he knows, he experienced are so important that he must overcome the shyness and the shyness to stay in the backstage and then share them with their people and then show them to the world and then serve the world with their skills and expertise. And this is also a kind of strategy that could fire you to get going, especially if you want to launch your own business, if you want to learn leadership in your company, etc. You need to basically develop yourself to begin with, and then you need to get started as a reluctant hero, as a humble person who serves others, and then step by step you will collect experiences, you will build your storylines, and people will start following you more and more. Having said storylines, let's talk about storylines a little bit. The first one is loss and redemption, and loss and redemption stories are very powerful because they show the upside of hardship and meeting the challenges. As an example, we had our company was very well, we were on the top of the world, our business was great, then this has happened, and we had to figure out the way out of, let's say debt. But it turned out to be a blessing in disguise, because we went through, this hard experiences, and then we managed to we received this awards in our journey, and now we are the leader in our industry. So remember, Steve Jobs' story. The guy was fired from his own company, and then he was hired again, and he saved the company, right? This is a loss and redemption story. Again, in your own career, don't mind to share the difficulties that you had in your life. If you have been fired once in your career, tell it with a honor, tell it with a pleasure, because this is a difficulty that you encountered in your life. Then you found your own way, then you became a leader. Now there is one more reason people should follow you, because they can relate to you as a human, right? Because you have been fired, you weren't perfect, you messed up in your job, they fired you while you were, let's say, 20 years old, and now you are a leader, you are leading, let's say, this many people, you are doing this many things, you are creating this much revenue for organization. Remember sharing these stories, and they will be attached to you, and people will remember you with the stories. They will see you as a human, and they will have one more reason to follow you where you are and where you want to go. And the other is us versus them. This is the story this is the storyline that I just mentioned to you, that I attach myself, that I also occasionally use in my own career. I want to use, us versus them stories to polarize, my people, and to connect them with my own mission. And I often call, talkers versus the doers. And I want my people to make a choice about who they are, because if they are with me, they will be the doers. They can't be only the talkers. And if they want to be a doers, they will continue ascending with me in their careers, in their positions, in their incomes and everything. And this is kind of leader you should be doing. I'm not necessarily saying, okay, you should polarize with people, okay, be a talker or doer. You might be a talker by yourself, I don't care about this, but still, you need to find a way to polarize, to be able to filter out the people who doesn't fit your agenda, and also to identify the people who will basically work with your own mission as a manager or leader. And the other is before and after. Before and after is very similar to loss and redemption, and these are stories kind of a transformation, and they work great for any mission. For instance, you say, first we were in debt, and now we invested this industry, and now we are very profitable. And if you attach your name with this kind of success stories in your organization, then people also will remember you. And whenever you do a keynote, whenever you introduce someone in the organization, remember to mention about these stories. Remember to make these stories during these conversations, because people won't remember the facts that you give them, but people will remember all the storylines that you talk about them, because this is how we learn. As children, we started learning with stories, and therefore this is why we spend a lot of time in our lives, watching the TV series or movies, because we as human beings love stories, and this is how we learn things, how we remember the things. You may not remember the colleague you met yesterday, the name of the colleague you met yesterday, but you can remember the name of the person, name of a fictional character you saw in a TV series just yesterday for the first time, right? The reason is one of them happened in the reality, and the other happened in the context of a story, and therefore we have more tendency to remember the stories. This is why I am emphasizing, the importance of building the storylines for your own career. And the other is discoveries. And discoveries are huge for connecting people to your mission, because they help people believe that the answer they've been searching for is finally available for them, because they have you as leader. And you bring this story such as, oh my gosh, team, this weekend, I figured out a very interesting book, and this book, teach me this. I really suggest you to spend your time with this. You share your discoveries with your team, and they see you as a person which develops himself, which progresses himself. Don't, act like a static person that have all the answers, that solved everything, that, know everything in your business, because if you believe this, then a couple of years later you will be on the street, you will be absolute. Be a person to, develop your skills. Therefore, in the end, you will have more chance, to connect with your audience, also to impress them with your, way to develop yourself, and so you will be able to better serve them. And the other is very similar to discoveries, but here you don't give them all story. You tell them, your discoveries in a pill of secret. You say, I have a great secret. I found out a great secret this weekend. This book, you should read this. Don't mention much. Just leave an open loop. and then expect that the people will be curious, because you really learned a lot about this book. You figured out a lot of information. This can be a video course, anything that develop yourself or that help your the bottom line of your business. And then creating this curiosity on these people will make them follow your advices. And if they don't follow, this is also kind of a small proof that something is wrong with your choice of people, because your people need to understand the importance of building themselves. If they couldn't get there, then this means something is wrong going on with the setup that you built in your organization. And of course, secrets sometimes require also your authority figure. Maybe you shouldn't do this if you just became a team leader, because your team will still challenge you if you're a correct fit to the team, if you already have this all skills and everything. Maybe you shouldn't do this just in the very beginning of your journey. But again, this is something that you should be testing. And the other one is testimonials. Testimonials are very good, especially if you just joined from a leadership role, from a former leadership role. And with testimonials, you can provide people proof that some challenges that you currently have in the moment in that given organization, you encountered them also in the past and you sorted them out. And this will be again by you will communicate people, hey, I used to have these challenges, I figured them in that way. And then again they will pay attention to your storyline, how you figured this problem in the past, and then they will also give you more credit. And these testimonials in the past will help you to proceed further in the future, right? And this is anyway how you buy any leader, how you buy even any product in essence, right? If you buy a phone, let's say you talk to your friends, right? What is their impression about this phone, if they enjoy it, if there is problems, if they like it, etc. Again, as a leader, you sell yourself with your past success stories, and again this will become part of your identity, part of your trademark in that organization, and people will remember you, these storylines, and they will continue following you with this trademark. So as a summary, we covered elements, identity and storylines as a leader. This is a very non-traditional way of looking at leadership character. Again, as a summary, you need to have your backstory, you need to have parables, short stories to be able to give your messages. You don't mind, showing your character weaknesses, flaws, or the areas that you still try to improve as a leader. Independent, how old you are, how experienced you are. I don't care if you are 20 or 65. You are not perfect, and there is way to go. And polarize your people with your own agenda. They either belong to your mission or they do not. And you choose one of these identities. Depending on where you are at the moment in your career, you can be a leader who has all the adventures. You can be a crusader which develops himself or herself, discover all the answers. You can be evangelist. You will be working closely to the existing leaders in your company, and you follow them, you learn from them, and you help them, and they will also help you to get further in your career. Or you'll be a reluctant hero. You are just getting started, but you must be now bold. You need to, recover from your shyness, and you need to serve your company and mission, and you need to help your people to make money by serving your clients and customers. And again, you need to develop your own storylines, loss and redemption, Astor stem, before and after, amazing discovery, secret telling, and testimonials are some of the storylines that you must be attaching to your leadership trademark to be able to become a memorable leader. Okay, after having so much, I want to also get your take in, what do you think is the next best action for you to become a leader, right? Because you're in the session, you decided to join the session with me today. I assume you're either a manager or leader, or you want to become one, so you must be already progressing towards this path. Please give me your point of view. How do you want to now become a leader? What would be a next best action to you? I'm writing until you type your feedback. Please tell me, how do you now want to become a leader? Again, please use the chat panel to give your feedback to me. Come on, guys, you want to become leaders, right? The next generation leaders. Tell me your point of view. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to become a leader? Don't expect that an MBA degree or an educational course or someone will make you a leader. You will make yourself a leader. An MBA degree will be a line item in your resume. Don't expect to become a leader by making an MBA. You need to be able to answer these questions right away, quickly, in a second. If you think that you are a leader. Okay, some feedbacks, great. So Adotale, I think a good way to lead is to show example. Do what you ask of your followers. That's great. This is also a great feedback to be a parent, Adotale. To basically be an exemplary person that your people or let's say your children want to follow. Georgi, I feel identified somehow with reluctant hero. That makes me hard to get known. Yes, Georgi, this is especially important, depending on the personality types. This is something that you need to be careful. Especially if you believe your message, then don't be shy. Get started. Okay. I want to give you some rules, how you can get started, how you become a real leader. Really pay attention to this. This will help you quite a lot to get to the next step, because I think we still need to cover these items. Rule number 1, act like a leader and live the life your followers wish they could live. Be a person that is admirable and approachable. Be like where to go next. And again, don't expect that people nominate you as a leader. So for instance, in my own career history, in Accenture, to become a senior manager, you already need to do the roles of a senior leader, right? Senior manager. And basically, once I started doing the role of a senior leader, then I got promoted to be a senior leader, to be a senior manager. Before that, there is no chance. Again, act like a leader. Make what a leader does, then people will basically award you with the leadership role that you are imagining. And maintain absolute certainty. Getting certainty takes time, but certainty is what draws people to leaders and to experts. It's also very key. Of course, this doesn't mean that become a stubborn person, become a person who never changes mind. No, this is wrong. Change your mind, learn, experiment, etc. But whatever you say in a given moment, don't be a shy or reluctant person. Communicate your idea with clear, absolute certainty. This is very important. Rule number 3, don't be boring. Be someone who invents new and unique ideas all the time. Celebrate success and celebrate lessons learned. Set very hard goals, unreachable goals. If you are, let's say, a 10 million company, try to become a 50 million company in the next year. Make things that seem to be a dream in the beginning for you, and then push hard for them. And this is only possible by bringing new and unique ideas. And you celebrate success with your team, and also celebrate lessons learned. Don't be afraid making mistakes, breaking things, breaking rules, and then in the end, if you did a mistake that costs you money, time, effort, etc., then celebrate them too. Then next time you are not going to do it. Okay. And rule number 4, understand what people need. And this is very important. People will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, take away their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rock at their enemies. Imagine any kind of relationship with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or with your spouse, or with your children. Remember these items. Remember each time you failed doing one of these, then you jeopardize the relationship with your spouse or with your child. It's not different in any work environment. You need to encourage their dreams. You need to justify their failures. If somebody made a mistake, if you go on hard on this person, then how can you expect this person, to do a great job? This must be a joke because everyone expects this. This is kind of, nonsense. You need to justify their failures, and you need to help them, to understand and to recover from their failures. And you need to take away their fears. You don't need to make them, be afraid doing these mistakes again. And you need to throw rock to their enemies. You need to show them you're on the same boat with them. You compete against the same enemies. You compete against the same competitors in your industry, and then people will get connected to you. These are very critical components. And then care a lot. Rule number 5, I can't overemphasize how important this is. Care a lot about your people. Again, same in the family, same in any kind of relationship, same with your friends, you need to show them you care them a lot, and they will be basically, like spending time with you. They will want to be with you. These are very critical elements. And rule number 6, offer your people value from their perceived relationship with you. Why I said perceived relationship with you? This is again very important, because we kind of imagine that everyone in organization has the same goal by coming to the work every morning. This is unfortunately not true. Some people want to make career, some people want to get promotions, some people want to make money, some people want to learn, or some people may want to get only your company, right? You may want to only spend time with you. They want to learn with you. I have such people with me. They really don't care about much about career, about getting a lot of money, but they see the uniqueness of the work that I am doing, and they want to learn from me. And this is really a pleasure for me. In the end, there are also people, who are very careful with the balance of their contribution and the money they get. And I still need these people, and I need to basically award with them with the money that they are asking from me to get the job done. That's totally fine. But as a leader, it's my role to understand which motivates what and every individual, because not the same message to everyone. Of course, you need to give proper messages in all hand meetings, but not everyone will be fired with the same mission. In the end, basically, you need to give people the correct idea what they want, what they get, and then how you will avert and compensate their working relationship with you. This is also very important to understand, and to put people in the correct correct set of expectation management areas, so you basically handle your relationship with these people in the correct way as is possible. And then the most important thing is your moral obligation. I think one of our friend, reluctant hero Jorge, it's very key for you, if you believe in your mission as a leader or as a to-be leader, then it is your moral obligation for you to try and lead your people and your customers in every way possible. Otherwise, you will waste your skill, your career, you spend your time with working. This is very important. It's your legal obligation. Wherever you now, take action. Pay attention to the principles I shared today. Start acting like a people. Care a lot about your people. Understand what they want and serve your organization, serve your clients, and create value for them. Some feedback on the screen. Anton said, "Quitter never wins, and the winner never quits." Exactly. This is exactly what I'm trying to teach to my 8-year-old daughter, Anton. Today, she's going to have a karate examination. Actually, she just started some months ago with white belt, obviously, and she is now today, making an exam to get, white and yellow belt, half, or they call it half yellow belt. And she's kind of anxious, what if I fail, etc. And the message that I gave her yesterday evening is, don't be afraid to fail, because if you fail, fine, you will try it again, 1 month later, 2 months later, whatever. But the only failure that you can do is, if you quit trying to get a better karate belt, then you will never get it, right? But you may fail 1 time, 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, it doesn't matter. But the only thing that will make you absolutely fail is you quit out of this. And I really, applaud this feedback, Anton. This is very great. This must be one of the messages that everyone in the call must get today. And Solomon said, "My passion is the driven force and independence in doing things exactly." And Freddy, have interest in your work. I'm happy that you're interested in my work, Freddy. I hope I will be able to help you. And Freddy also said, "Love your people." Exactly. Love your people, care a lot of them, and this will be basically open your path to become a great leader. Good. I congratulate all of you on participating in this live class until now, but we are not finished yet. By joining this live class, you made a smart choice. You are now one of the rare professionals who know what a leader is, how you can become a leader, and how you can help your people with your leadership skills. You joined this live class because you wanted to skyrocket your career with your skills in management and leadership sciences, and this is precisely what an MBA is going to do for you. I explained everything about MBA that I could do in 1 hour, but this is just the first step. Now let me ask you a question. How would you like to get a credible MBA degree faster than ever without stress? How would you like to get an industry recognized, industry leading education and official MBA degree programs which will quickly make you a credible MBA professional in management and leadership sciences? You are probably thinking you need to pay a lot or even find a loan to get your MBA degree, right? Well, actually, I will show you why this is untrue and how our industry recognized official MBA degrees helped people ascend on their career journeys. Professionals who own MBA degrees collect a lot of career rewards. We receive, stories, success stories every day. Either people find new jobs, build their companies, or, get promotions, pay raises. And these are not exceptions. This happens many times every day. We hear all of these great stories, and we're really happy, to support people on their career journeys. And why don't you become one of these successful people? Why don't you become a successful MBA professional who competently shape the way yourself and your organization operate? I would suggest you to take a moment to imagine what would be different in your life if you learn and digest all of the management and leadership science subjects we discussed today very well and help your employers and clients with MBA. What professional possibilities would open up for you, for your career and for your organization? How would you be different from the rest of your crowd? And I will spend like 5 to 10 minutes now going over a very special offer that we just developed for you today. And this offer is not for everyone. We are only making this offer available to you because you proved that you are an action taker when you took advantage of this live class. So I'm going to make you a special one-time offer. This is only available right here, right now. Can you imagine how your career will be like as a professional who owns an official MBA degree? What I'm going to share with you right now will help you become a credible MBA professional faster than ever and absolutely without stress. And you are already aware of the type of MBA programs you offer. These are like MBA leadership, MBA management, MBA sales, MBA human resources, MBA finance or MBA marketing, MBA business strategy, MBA recruitment programs. So you have the freedom to choose, any of these, MBA degrees by itself. These are, see this as a line item that you can, put in your resume, or you can also purchase all of them. And for the ones that you want to get all of them, you will be able to see a great offer on our webpage as well. And the overall process to get your official MBA degree program is really simple and fast, again, completely without success. You register online for your official MBA degree program, and we send your exam access code instantly online after your registration. And you take your online test exam anywhere, anytime you want, and answer multiple choice questions and get your lifetime and worldwide valid official MBA degree as soon as you finish your exam. And your question might be how you can get prepared, and we will do everything to make sure that we provide every information, in terms of, the video material, the PDF books, or the, online, preparation portal and everything to make you get prepared with your MBA education. And do you want to get an MBA degree which are official? So please use the chat panel. Please tell me your opinion about this. Do you want to get MBA degrees which are official? Do you want to get an MBA degree which are worldwide valid, industry recognized and approved by all employers? Do you want to get MBA degrees which have world's most affordable fees? Do you want to get MBA degrees which are lifetime valid without sorcery, recurring renewals and subscription fees? Do you want to get MBA degrees which are fully online and require no mandatory classrooms? Do you want to get MBA degrees which provide world-class student support, literally praised by all of our students? Do you want to get an MBA degree which have 100% money back guarantee? And do you want to get an MBA degree which has exam pass guarantee? And our special one-time offer for you is the best discount for your official MBA degree. With MBA Profi promo code, so I'm spelling MBA PROFI promo code, your MBA degree will cost all-inclusive $297 and no hidden fees ever. So you'll immediately save hundreds of dollars, no hidden fees ever. And register today before the best discount we have offered goes offline. And the offer page is www.mba-institute.org/best. Then you'll be able to get your best discount. And if you register now, you'll also get lifetime access to your MBA education portal, which has a retail value like $199, and you will access it free, lifetime, and also all feature updates as well. And you will also get your lifetime membership of the Inner Circle, which is worth like monthly $199 for free. And what is Inner Circle? Inner Circle enables you to join our monthly live conferences with myself, Erkan Suçular, the founder and CEO of International MBA Institute. In these live sessions, you can get lifetime free consultancy about leadership, management, projects, products, services, everything about you want to discuss about management, leadership, business, your team, your career, etc. Anything you want to ask in this session. I'm not going to talk a lot. I will only answer your questions, but I'm not going to have my own presentation. An entry fee for only one single consultancy session is normally $199, but now you have a chance to become a lifetime member of the Inner Circle for free. You will be invited monthly calls with us. And of course, I may not be able to answer all questions on the top of my hand in such a session. And then if there is anything that I may not be able to cover, then we'll be able to look at this in the background, and I'm going to come back to you with the answer as quick as I can. And you will also receive your 8 MBA books for free, and the retail value of these 8 MBA books is approximately $400, $392, and you will be able to access lifetime access, all feature updates of all of these books, again completely free of charge. And this official MBA education and official MBA degree programs, including Live Inner Circle, are available on our web portal for higher prices. But right now you have this one chance. For only $297, you get your MBA degree and you immediately save hundreds of dollars. Plus you get 3 bonuses, and the formal word, the retail value of these bonuses are more than $790, and you will get all of them free. And this one-time offer is only available right here, right now, and we will take the offer page offline tomorrow, and it's gone forever. And the offer page is again mba-institute.org/best. And don't miss your chance to become a credible MBA professional faster than ever, without stress. Again, with MBA Profi promo code, your MBA degree will cost all inclusive $297, no hidden fees ever. So you will immediately save hundreds of dollars. No hidden fees. Register today before we take the registration page offline. Again, the link is www.mba-institute.org/best, all small letters. And here is the summary of the offer. Lifetime valid MBA degree programs. Normally, retail value of one program is $597, and then free bonus one, lifetime membership of the Inner Circle. Normally, only one call costs like $199. Now you get the free membership of the Inner Circle. And bonus number 2, lifetime access all MBA education portals and all feature updates. Normally the value is $199, and free bonus number 3, lifetime access to 8 MBA books and all feature updates. The retail value is $392. And we are not going to charge you all the total value, which is like $1,387. You get your full MBA package for only $297. Again, the link is www.mba-institute.org/best, all small letters. And we are not going to, we are going to take all the risk. We are not going to make you basically, get this program and then see what is going to happen. So we are going to take all the risk from you and give you our, get 100% of your money back guarantee. We trust you will take the benefits of your MBA education and official MBA degree so much that at any time, if you decide your knowledge and degree haven't just performed a miracle on your career, transforming it into a fulfilling and elevating journey of your dreams, tell any of our staff or even to myself if you like, and we'll give you a complete refund. If you aren't satisfied, you will not feel right keeping your money, so we make it easy to get a refund. And just to be clear, there are absolutely no strings attached, no firm to follow out, nothing to prove, and we won't ask you any questions, and we won't even ask you back to give the programs. Just for the record, we provided this money back guarantee thousands of times. Until now, we haven't received more than a few refund requests. Great. And the next one, we are going to give you everything you need to be successful and avoid mistakes on your own exciting MBA journey. Now, please share with me an audience if you want to. Do you think if great leadership and management skills can improve the work you and your organization perform? Of course, right? Everything I shared, all these things that are known only by great leaders, but not everyone else, are basically your trademark to be able to make you a great leader, and will basically help you to become one of these great leaders. And don't just take our word for it. Take a look what the others are saying. Here there is a feedback from Christopher. I found the degree program very straightforward, and the books provided were very insightful with modern best practices and techniques that can be immediately immersed into leaders' workday. The exam was comprehensive, covered real-world scenarios, which makes the value of this MBA very significant. And Teresa's feedback: great training, easy to understand, the best education providers I've ever seen so far. And Rubina's feedback: MBA Institute is the only successful, legitimate and professional institute I've ever come across in my life. No full-time college or universities I've studied comes close to what I've accomplished here. The time and money saved is phenomenal, plus the unbelievable offers which encourage you to study further. The 5-star super quality education and service at your fingertips. MBA Institute and its sister institutions programs are simplified, affordable, easily accessible, and provides a degree in no time once you finish your test, including providing free books and all learning materials. Incredible. And Pedro's feedback: after getting my MBA degree in business strategy from MBA Institute, my career received a very important boost inside and outside my company. Now I receive more important job offers for better positions, and my MBA degree makes me eligible inside my company to participate in strategically more significant projects. And Ibrahim's feedback: I extend to you my sincere thanks, appreciation and recognition. I both enjoyed and took the benefit of MBA degrees from MBA Institute. These programs helped and impacted me grow with theoretical, practical and actionable skills in management and leadership. Your programs enabled me to get various job offers from both private and government sectors. Thanks a lot for everything, and I wish that a lot of people will be able to find your programs and took the benefits of them for their own careers. And Shazuli's feedback: International MBA Institute helped me a lot to improve my knowledge and increase my salary. Furthermore, it enabled me to earn more respect and gratitude from my colleagues. These are, by the way, 2 important points of getting an MBA degree. Thanks to International MBA Institute, I achieved both of these goals. And in our page, basically, you see the list of organizations that we work together. We no longer update this page. The page contains more than 10,000 companies at the moment, and these companies employ students that we graduated from International MBA Institute. And here there are also some other brands, some IT companies, finance companies, energy companies, very well-known companies, and our students are able to find jobs in the companies, or promote and get better salaries in those companies, again with the help of the MBA degrees that they received from MBA Institute. In social media, we receive a lot of great feedback. Here is just one of the feedback that I figured by coincidence. This Christian Flores, received, tons of likes, tons of, congratulations comment from his network, and people, present this, success stories with, pleasure, with proud, because then they get a lot of added value. It's social recognition, and people basically enjoy part of this great group of people who succeed. And now, after having said so many things, you have got 2 choices. Choice 1 is you do nothing. Even if you do nothing with the information that you have learned over the last 1 hour, you will get nothing, right? And you will basically forget everything that we just discussed. But you have another choice too, which will basically accelerate you, skyrocket you in your career even further. Your choice 2 is to take action now and continue learning and see how great leadership and management skills empower your career. And we provide you everything to achieve this. Again, in our offer, MBA degree. Normally the list price for one single unit is $597. Now you have this for $297 only, and your free bonus lifetime membership of the Inner Circle calls that I'm going to cover all your questions about your career, about your challenges in leadership, management, projects, programs, services, anything you want to brainstorm with me or take a second opinion from someone who is outside in your organization. Or bonus number 2, lifetime access to MBA education portal and all feature updates. Normal retail value is $199, and lifetime access to 8 MBA education books and all feature updates. Retail value is close to $400, and the total value is $1,387. Another bonus one-to-one call with the ones who register with the next 30 minutes will have the chance to have either a video call if you feel comfortable with video, or via phone call. We'll make a one-to-one call, a private call, again, that you want to discuss anything together with me if you take action and register in the next 30 minutes. And again, this offer is only valid today. With the ones who take action, who take the benefit of this great offer in the next 30 minutes, I will schedule a one-to-one voice call, and you will get this MBA package not for $1,387. You will have everything for less than $300 for only $297. Again, the action, your action to get started is www.mba-institute.org/best. And after we finish the call, you will be diverted to this page anyway, so don't get surprised. But in the end, in the next 13 minutes, again, you can go to this page, and if you register in the next 13 minutes, then you will also have a one-to-one call chance with me. But if you do it again today, you can do this, but the offer page will be offline from tomorrow and onwards. And there are some questions that I can cover while we, if you have, by the way, further questions, please feel free to ask so I can cover. So Akin's question, does $297 include the exam fees? Yes, it includes everything, Akin. So it includes all the material that you just see on the screen, all the bonus material that will prepare you, it will create the exam, it will create your MBA degree. Everything is included. And Ira's, do you issue out an invoice? Of course, Ira, we will issue your invoice. And James, thank you for a deep and clear explaining of the MBA program. We have some students who are asking from which country will the degree be issued from. We are based in Switzerland, Volera, so we are basically in Switzerland, James. Solomon, please, what about the bonus for this class? As you see, the bonuses are on the screen, so you can already able to access them from our web portal. If you click under the Institute tab, you will be able to access them, and if you register an MBA degree, again, they will be part of your MBA program, and instead of paying $1,387, you'll be able to get them for only $297. That's all I want to share today. If you don't have any questions, then I'm going to close the session now, and I really appreciate your time today. So I'm really happy that you joined. There are some questions, Akin. So let's say I'm interested in MBA in marketing. The book is enough to pass the exam. Yes, Akin. We basically prepared the book in a way that it will basically give you everything to be able to help you to pass the exam. And therefore, if you're interested in MBA leadership, you read an MBA leadership book. If you're interested in MBA marketing, you read MBA marketing book, and then you'll be exactly prepared for this exam. That's all you need to do. Great, then I thank you very much again for taking time to watch and listen this live class with me. This means a lot, and again, I wish you great luck and all the best with your career, and have a great day for now. And if I can find the button, I'm going to close the session, and take care. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye-bye from Switzerland.